As a kid, you don't know what's an introvert. All you know is you feel better if you're alone or at least have space. The problem is, when you ask for space or tend to do more things alone, you get criticized by people around you, especially your family, neighbors, and teachers, and some friends if you have friends. People who should understand you are the one giving you a hard time being yourself. They would say judging words such as, "Why are you not playing with kids outside? Why are you a weirdo? If you want to be alone, you should live in the jungle." I would usually reply to that with the words, "Well, I would if there is one." That would shut them up mostly. Mostly. Being an introvert doesn't mean you're shy, antisocial, or hate people. It just means you need space, which in our society is slowly becoming less and less as privacy is being reduced. There are a lot of introverts who are probably full of anxiety, frustration in life, in being situations they can never have break from or they never asked for to be. We didn't create a society that caters or guide people who need space from constant noise, engagement, and participating whenever shenanigan society is doing. And because of social media, it keeps on becoming worse. If you have a normal childhood, if you have a normal childhood, you were at least fine, unless of course your parents are abusive or don't know the concept of boundaries and space. Some countries don't have a culture of respecting space and cannot comprehend people who need it. So, let's say if you have a good childhood, a normal one that is, from ages 4 from ages 4 to 6, then you're at peace with yourself. But after that, that's the time where the pain starts. When your parents force you to go to school, that is when the pain starts. If someone asks you what's the best thing in school and you replied, the time I leaving it is the best time, then you understand what I'm talking about. You understand what it feels like being surrounded by 30 to 50 people for hours, having no air to breathe and be yourself. I think that's the start of the accumulation of pain that we harvest as we become adults. The first time we bother noticing the clock go slower is usually at school. When the clock hits 7 a.m., you're thinking of, what should I do when I go home? What films should I watch? What I'm going to play with? What Lego I'm going to build? What anime I'm going to watch? What games I should play with my friends or friends that I care about, if you have one, instead of being forced with the current predicament in school. You know the funny part is, when we go home, time moves very fast. Before you even noticed it, it's already the next day. That's one of the main reasons why some kids don't sleep early. 'Cause tomorrow is bad. Night before the storm. The only few times where you're free to be yourself, to do things that matters to you. The only problem is most of the time you're already tired to do most of it. You need to do your homework and chores and many more stuff. If you're an adult that works full-time job, maybe 9 to 5, the usual scrap, then not counting the commute time, maintenance of yourself, cleaning the home, sleeping, you may only have 2 hours for yourself. You have only 2 hours to do things you like. Unless, of course, you're working at home or you live close to your job. Growing up, you will suffer if you have less time as an introvert. I think introverts existed since the beginning of time, but only certain cultures cater it more. Some proactively gave more time to understand them, some doesn't care. Maybe because of survival, the climate, the kind of things they need to do, one would wonder what the world would be like if we have places for introverts more. Growing up as an introvert is difficult, unless, of course, you do something about it to make your life worth more living.